Welcome to the uncensored world of celebrity interviews where honesty came at a price. These are the conversations that were so brutally real, so shockingly honest, that they were banned, pulled from air, or caused careers to crumble. Get ready. These are the interviews Hollywood hoped you'd forget. Charlie Sheen's. When Charlie Sheen appeared on ABC News in 2011, he didn't just do an interview. He shared a chaotic speech that shocked everyone. Charlie Sheen used to be one of the biggest stars on TV, but after getting fired from 2.5 Men, everything changed. He went on live TV and said things no one expected, talking about having tiger blood and calling himself a drug. It sounded wild, but behind the crazy words was something deeper. This wasn't just a celebrity acting strange. It was a real moment of someone breaking down in front of the world. Networks backed away, Hollywood cut ties, and just like that, his career was never the same. But was this really madness? Or was Charlie crying out for help? Tom Cruise's Scientology rant with Matt Lauer. This 2005 interview was supposed to be about the War of the Worlds, but it quickly devolved into a war of words. When Matt Lauer asked Tom Cruise about his criticism of Brooke Shields for her use of medication to treat postpartum depression, the star went on an angry rant, blaming Ritalin and psychiatry for his problems. Cruise's aggressive defense of Scientology and his attack on mental health treatment was so intense that it damaged his reputation for years. The interview revealed the darker side of Cruise's beliefs and marked the beginning of his fall from America's sweetheart to Hollywood pariah. Princess Diana's devastating confession. The 1995 BBC interview with Princess Diana stirred controversy for two major reasons. The princess not only admitted to having an affair and discussed her mental health issues and estranged marriage, but reporter Martin Bashir also secured the interview by falsifying bank statements. Diana openly spoke about her bulimia, depression, and delivered the famous line, "There were 3 of us in this marriage," referring to Camilla Parker Bowles. 22.8 million people watched her speak her truth. But the interview ultimately isolated her from the royal family. Her revelations damaged the monarchy so deeply that they accelerated her divorce and forever changed the public's perception of the royal family. Lance Armstrong's doping admission with Oprah. For almost 2 decades, he was a hero for many people. But in 2012, they banned the cyclist from racing and took away all 7 of his Tour de France wins because he used drugs to boost his performance. His tense interview with Oprah marked his first public admission, confirming what many had long suspected. Armstrong's cold, calculated confession lacked genuine remorse and shocked viewers who had believed in his inspirational story. The interview effectively ended his legacy as a cancer survivor hero and turned him into a symbol of systematic deception in sports. Britney Spears versus Diane Sawyer. Britney was no stranger to interviews or public review by this point, but for better or worse, she answered even the toughest and most personal questions with apparent honesty. Sawyer's aggressive questioning about her relationship with Justin Timberlake and her personal choices was later criticized as victim blaming. The interview showed a young woman being torn apart by media scrutiny, and many fans felt that Sawyer's tactics were unfair and designed to humiliate. Britney was so open and honest in the interview that it was hard to watch. It added to the story of her later mental health struggles. Whitney Houston's crack is cheap moment. After pushing Houston by accusing her of having anorexia and bulimia, Sawyer moved the questioning to the topic of drug use. As she forcefully questioned Houston regarding crack use, Houston responded without holding back. "Let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I've made too much money to ever smoke crack." Houston's raw honesty about her struggles was both heartbreaking and shocking. The interview showed how much she was struggling deep down and felt like a sad glimpse of what was coming. Even while she opened up about her pain, she stayed strong and held onto her dignity. Robert Downey Jr. When Robert Downey Jr. visited The Late Show back in 1996, nobody knew what was coming. Downey, who had been struggling with addiction, the interview gave a painful look into her inner struggles and felt like a heartbreaking warning of what was ahead. She was clearly hurting, but still tried to stay strong and keep her dignity. The interview was pulled from reruns due to its disturbing nature. Downey's honest display of his addiction struggles was uncomfortable television that networks didn't want to air again. It showed the devastating reality of substance abuse in Hollywood's golden boy. Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley's awkward defense. When Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley got married in 1994, a lot of people didn't believe the relationship was real. During their interview with Diane Sawyer, things started off calm with the usual questions, but then took a sharp turn. Sawyer began pressing them about their marriage and the serious allegations against Jackson. Both tried to defend their relationship, but it felt forced. Michael's answers were honest, but uncomfortable and awkward. Instead of clearing things up, the interview only raised more doubts. In the end, it left their reputations more damaged than before, and the world even more confused about what was really going on. Richard Nixon's Watergate confession with David Frost. In 1977, 3 years after stepping down in shame, Richard Nixon finally spoke out. He sat down with David Frost, a TV host his team thought would go easy on him. They were wrong. With 45 million people watching, Nixon opened up like never before. He admitted to his role in Watergate, to his failures, and to the choices that brought down his presidency. For the first time, people saw not just a former president, but a man broken by guilt and regret. That interview didn't redeem him. It sealed his fate as one of the most disgraced leaders in American history. Monica Lewinsky's Tell-All with Barbara Walters. Just a month after Bill Clinton was cleared of lying about his affair, Monica Lewinsky decided it was time to speak up. She sat down with Barbara Walters, and 70 million people tuned in. Lewinsky didn't hold back. She opened up about her relationship with Clinton and everything that came after. Her honesty shocked a lot of people. The details were raw, and the interview revealed some tough truths about power, manipulation, and how much one scandal can cost someone's life. Caitlyn Jenner's transition revelation. This was the moment Caitlyn Jenner finally decided to announce to the world that she was transgender. In this emotional and groundbreaking interview, Jenner talks about what it was like being perceived as a macho male Olympian while a feminine voice inside screamed to be heard. While groundbreaking, the interview was banned from certain networks and countries due to its honest discussion of gender identity. Jenner's courage to speak her truth changed conversations, but also created controversy in conservative circles. Kanye West's You Ain't Got the Answers. Kanye West is known for his candid and often outrageous interviews. However, one of the most unforgettable moments occurred during his appearance on Sway Calloway's radio show in 2013. As Sway questioned Kanye's business ventures, things turned heated. West famously declared, "You ain't got the answers." The interview showed West's unfiltered ego and desperation to be taken seriously as a businessman. His angry outbursts and unpredictable behavior made TV networks think twice about ever inviting him back. Quincy Jones spills Hollywood secrets. "I know too much, man," Quincy Jones told his interviewer, and after decades in the business, he's certainly likely to have seen and heard it all. In this candid interview, Jones spills on Michael Jackson's alleged plagiarism, his unfiltered thoughts on the Beatles, his ties to former presidents, and even his take on who shot Kennedy. Jones's honest revelations about Hollywood's biggest names were so explosive that many celebrities banned him from their events. His loose lips revealed decades of industry secrets that powerful people wanted buried. Martin Lawrence's SNL monologue disaster. In his opening monologue, Lawrence went off his planned speech and started talking about the female body in a way that many found offensive. It was so bad that SNL producer Lorne Michaels banned him from the show, and they cut the monologue from future reruns. His honest but rude comments broke all the rules of TV. This moment showed how saying too much can hurt a career in the entertainment world. Howard Stern's Tonight Show chaos. Howard Stern showed up on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno with two women wearing very little. While Leno was talking to other guests, Stern started sucking on the women's toes right there on the couch. Jay Leno was so upset and uncomfortable that he ended the show early and walked off. Stern was just being his wild self, but it was way too much for regular TV. The moment got him banned for life and proved there are limits to what you can do on live television. Kathy Griffin's multiple bans. Kathy Griffin is quite the comedian, seeming to draw controversies like a magnet. Her bans include Leno, Ellen, The View, Live with Regis and Kelly, The Today Show, and Letterman, among others. Her various offenses include stripping live on air, more than once, cursing live on air, and bad-mouthing other celebrities. Griffin was known for speaking her mind about celebrities, no matter what. But that honesty made her unwelcome in much of Hollywood. She lost big opportunities because of it, but for many fans, that boldness turned her into a cult favorite. Justin Bieber's deposition disaster. In 2014, Justin Bieber quickly transitioned from a fresh-faced teen heartthrob to a troubled pop star during a deposition video. Bieber's behavior in the video left many questioning his maturity and handling of fame. He appeared dismissive and even disrespectful. At times, he even refused to answer straightforward questions. The leaked deposition showed Bieber's honest attitude toward authority and the legal system. His arrogant responses and dismissive behavior revealed the ugly side of child stardom and entitlement. Mel Gibson's blame game with Diane Sawyer. What happens when a Hollywood star blames his worst moment on booze? Mel Gibson made headlines in 2006 after getting arrested for drunk driving in Malibu. But things got worse when he went on ABC News with Diane Sawyer. Instead of taking full responsibility, Mel blamed his anti-Semitic rants on alcohol. This became a classic case of Mel Gibson's blame game, trying to excuse hate with a hangover. His honest but weak explanations didn't sit right with viewers. The interview showed a man dodging accountability, and it backfired. That moment didn't just damage his image, it basically ended his mainstream Hollywood career. Roseanne Barr's Twitter meltdown explanation. Roseanne Barr's career imploded after posting racist tweets about Valerie Jarrett. Her varying explanations ranged from Ambien side effects to claiming ignorance about Jarrett's race, but nobody bought any of it. When networks tried to interview her, her honest but delusional explanations only made things worse. Her inability to take real responsibility while claiming honesty showed how celebrity entitlement can blind people to their own racism. Alex Jones versus Megyn Kelly. What happens when a conspiracy theorist gets a national spotlight? Alex Jones, known for his wild and offensive claims, once said the Sandy Hook school shooting was a hoax. So when Megyn Kelly interviewed him on NBC in 2017, people were outraged. Many thought giving him airtime was not just risky, but wrong. Jones doubled down on his dangerous beliefs during the interview. His bold and unapologetic words caused such a backlash that several NBC stations refused to air the segment. This wasn't just a controversial interview, it was a moment that forced the media to ask, where's the line between free speech and spreading harm? These interviews prove that sometimes the truth is too dangerous for television. When celebrities drop their masks and reveal their real thoughts, the consequences can be career-ending. In a world of carefully crafted images, these moments of brutal honesty remind us that the price of truth in Hollywood is often everything. The cameras may stop rolling, but the damage lives forever. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to like the video and hit subscribe so you never miss a story like this.